Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to Fox's Best Laid Plans, the planner channel that hates intermittent fasting but loves intermittent planning. That's not true. I hate it, but I do it because that's who I am as a person right now. Hi, everybody. Do you want to know who I am as a person right now? Hi, my name's Fox. If you're new here, welcome. Everything's kind of a mess all the time. And it was such a mess that we just got back from seeing Dave Matthews Band at the Gorge over the last weekend for Labor Day weekend. And I walked onto the plane for the flight home on Monday morning, went to put my bag in the overhead compartment. An entire tube of washi tape exploded all over the plane into people's laps. And it was one of my favorite. It's like a night sky celestial kit. Like, it's one of these, but the half size one. It's not this big, but yeah, some of them I didn't get back. Hi, everybody. How are you? That's what it was. The bottom, I guess, broke. I don't know. Hold on. I have this. Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Fox. I'm a mess, and all the time, but even more so right in this moment for some reason. We're gonna plan. This is the kit that I'm using, and I'm trying to decide, oh look, this washi tape goes right with it. I was gonna use these bats because bats, and I love bats, and it's spooky season, but I forgot I had this whole I forgot I had this whole little fox kit here. So we have two different, ooh yeah. What's up, my humans? How are you? I almost threw my kit on the ground because I'm just an agent of chaos. Hello. This is not the week. This is a week that I back planned from August. This is not the week. This is the week. It's this week. Hey. See, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I gotta set a timer. Hold on. All right, so we're planning the week of Monday, September 5th through Sunday, September 11th in my Gooseby Twins planner, which is a thick situation right now, and I love it. I wouldn't change it. Okay, we're gonna do this washi on the bottom here. I actually purchased these kits. So I purchased a road trip kit for my mom and I did. If you missed, I think I talked about it. Definitely vlogged about it, but I don't think that's up yet. We did a road trip seeing 4 out of the 5 Great Lakes. It was awesome. So it was crossed over 2 weeks. So I got 2 different. One was the one you just saw that I had the spread out. This is the other one. So it's called Plan Ahead stickers. I didn't fill this part in yet, but I got, if I order a printed kit, usually I do printables because I'm very last minute about my shit. But if I do order one that's printed, I always order several. So this is actually there's 2 in here. One I have to save for next year because we're past flamingo season, but I never pass up a good flamingo kit. This is the one I got to back plan for the week we were on vacation, and then the one we're using today is the Foxy Florals, because as you know, my name is Fox, and that means that I have to put foxes on everything. I don't make the rules, I just follow them. Hello, everybody. It's Thursday night, which is not when you should be doing your plan for the week, but here we are. Tomorrow is the first day of Mercury retrograde, and then Saturday is the full moon. New booster shots for COVID have arrived. It's flu season, and let me be the first to say that I'm so glad I'm off this weekend, and I'm so sorry for my beloved partner who has to be there dealing with the madness. It's if you work in healthcare, or you work in retail, or you work with people, or you do some combination of those things like retail healthcare, when I say Mercury retrograde and full moon happening in the same weekend, your pulse just went up, didn't it? You felt that in your soul. Deep inside you, you felt the panic coming. Even if you're not working, even if you're retired, you felt it. It's okay. It's okay. We all understand. So, I'm in a weird headspace, y'all. I am trying so hard. Okay, so let's back up a second here. So I'm off. I started my off rotation. If you are new here, I work 7 on, 7 off for my job. I'm a pharmacist. hence the boosters and flu season comment. Oh, that looks cute. Look how nice that is. So we work 7 on, 7 off. So my off rotation, we switch on Wednesdays. So my off rotation began yesterday, Wednesday. So I'm off for 7 days, and I have a plan to get my life together in the next 7 days, and it is even more urgent that I do so now that I know that we didn't know at first when we were going to be getting the new booster doses, and so like we thought it could possibly be like the end of the month, and then they just randomly arrived, I guess yesterday. So I'm covering up their little faces. Well, I don't like that. You can't even see them. Oh, that's sad. Well, heck. I'm gonna put these down lower. That looks weird. Now I'm covering up their noses. Oh my goodness. Am I gonna rip the pages? Stay tuned. Oh, actually, that peeled up very nice. These are from Michaels. These are those. I go into Michaels and I'm like, I need to get a pen, and then I walk out with 14 rolls of washi tape, and it's just how it goes. So anyway, yeah, we surprisingly got the boosters, and so now it's like, okay, I really do have to get my life in order because I already checked and my store is completely booked up for appointments until, does that work? I can see the little eyes. Just cover up their noses. Why am I having like anxiety about this? Because I'm having anxiety about everything right now. That's why. Okay, goodbye little noses. I'm so sorry. Your noses have to be covered up. Well, that's fine. It's fine. Everything is fine. Okay, so yeah. At least my store, plus a whole bunch of others. I think there were only 2 stores that have available appointments between now and Monday. Everybody got the word that the shots are here, and it is January all over again. And I am still recovering from January. So I was watching Brianna from Diva and the Divine did a walkthrough of the new Power Sheets. What the fuck's it called? It's like their daily, whatever their daily planner is called. I can't remember the name. Oh, I like that. It's like lower down on the page than it would be, but I like it with their little peeking up over it, like, hello. Okay, I'm happy with that. She did a review of their, I can't remember the name of what it's called. It's their seasons of something seasons. But anyway, it's a daily planner from Cultivate What Matters, and I was like, I'll just watch this video because I like watch all of her videos because I like them. And I was like, oh, I'll just watch it. Probably not for me. And then I started watching it and I'm like, oh my God, I really want one of these. It just is really, it has all the things that a daily planner, that all the other available daily planners don't have. Like, for example, it goes until 10 p.m. every day. So like if you like a lot of the hourly planners plan just, it's Fridays, it's the 9th. A lot of the hourly planners go until like 4 or 5 or something like that. So if you don't work a 9 to 5, then it's really like that planner doesn't work for you. So it goes till 10. It has like a place where you write in every day like what your wins were, so like your fucking hoorays, so to speak. So I'm like, oh man, I really want this. But I was like looking back on my planner, and I was like watching that video, and I was going back through like, how did I get so off track this year? Because like, as you can see, I'm super fucking behind on posting these videos, and I keep getting closer and closer, but not getting there. So I'm like thinking about how I could use one of these planners and thinking about my Power Sheets, and I don't know, just got me down this path of like, how did this year get off to such a rocky start? And then I remember like January was absolute chaos. January was like up to 40 vaccines a day because it was when everybody was eligible and getting boosters. And then also my house was a mess because that's whenever we were having the floors redone in the attic. And so like everything was chaos at home. Like, oh, well that's why. So I fully believe that like I just started 2022 off in the hole and I haven't gotten out of the hole ever since then. And so like it all comes down to this week in my mind, which is not a healthy way to be. But you know, here we are. In my defense, I am doing my planner today, and I did like deep clean our room, and I got everything unpacked from the trip. So, I mean, I'm making some progress, but I had a rough emotional day today, and I don't know why. Like, now see, I want to do that lower to match that top. I just couldn't, like, I was having a hard time focusing on things. It was not the stuff. So, I did have a rough time today, but I still got some things done. I was working on some picture editing, and on my vlog, I've been talking through the week about the stuff I'm trying to do. So let me just briefly go into it in here. If you don't watch the vlogs, how did I put it? I've been using my note pages, which I like. So this is a Gooseby Twins planner. If you're coming to that time where you're starting to look at what you want your 2023 planner, I cannot recommend this enough. Like, I absolutely love. It's very similar. If you came from the world of Erin Condren, their layout is very similar. However, they have the sidebar on the right instead of on the left, which I like better because then that kind of puts all your like Monday through Thursday here, and then like your weekend days. Even those of us who work weekends, like, I don't know, when I work weekends, like I have shorter days on Saturdays and Sundays, and you still feel like you should, do something sometimes on Saturday nights because I'm done earlier. So you have like your weekend in one place, and then the sidebar here, and then your Monday through Thursday here, as opposed to like the Erin Condren having the sidebar here, and then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But other than that, it's like a really easy, if you're used to that kind of planning style, it's really very like similar kind of setup, but I like the paper quality is so much better than the Erin Condren's. I like the thick tabs in here. It is truly neutral, and I don't know. I love the Gooseby Twins themselves. They are like, if you don't follow them on Instagram, I highly recommend. They're like awesome. They're really fun. So I like them as people, or what I know of them as people on the internet. But if you're looking for a planner, this is definitely like an option that I would recommend. But I love the paper quality. It's like a little bit glossy, not like plum paper glossy, but I didn't like how the Erin Condren, I haven't had an Erin Condren in 2 years, so I don't know if they've changed, but the last one that I had 2020, and it was very like rough, and it just didn't feel like quality. It just felt kind of like yucky. It felt like cardstock that was made with recycled paper, that kind of vibe, and this is like, feels luxurious. So highly recommend it. But they do have a lot of, they have a lot less of the like extraneous stuff that the Erin Condren's had. Now again, I haven't had one in 2 years, so maybe things have changed on that. But they have at the back, I'll show you the blank month that I haven't put anything in yet. So you have all your weeks in the month. And then they have, I never really use this. This is like a budgeting page for monthly expenses. But then they have all these note pages. So you get 2, 3, basically like 4 spreads. Well, like, no, 3 spreads. 2 spreads, and then a front and a back. So you get all these note pages at the end, and they're that really nice quality paper again, and they're just like blank pages. And so I've been using them to do my to-do lists on here, and I've really liked how this is working, because then I have them in here. They're like a permanent thing instead of like just having sticky notes and notepads everywhere, which is what my old method was. So I told you all this detail about that, and they're one of the few that has the coil binding, and in this house we don't like wire O binding because it makes things difficult. So their binding is excellent quality. Their covers are great quality. Like, I can't say enough good things about their products, and I'm super excited because they have some really nice new covers that I saw like previewed. So I'm excited to pick which one I'm going to use for 2023. So obviously for 2023 I am sticking with Gooseby Twins, but I told you all that to take you to this note page that I've been loving using the note pages in the back to do my to-do list. So like when we were traveling, when we were in Washington for Dayvacation, I did all of my like weather for the week to help me figure out what I was packing. This is all like what kind of clothes I needed for each day, because it's the desert and we were doing different things. So you need to have like multiple things. But then this is my reset week, I'm calling it, and this is everything I want to achieve by the time I go back to work on the 14th. So I'm off until the 13th is my last day off. So this is everything that I want to achieve. And so I've gotten through a few things on here. I'm filming the plan with me right now, so I can actually thrust that out. I wanted to film my power sheets, but I ran late, and so power sheets are front facing, so like I didn't want to film it before I showered, and I didn't want to shower before I ran. You know how that goes. So making progress through here. I did, like, this took a lot longer than I thought it would, but I've been working on my to-do list there, trying to just like really get things in order because it's about to go down. Like it's about to be a rough month. And then my partner will be going on leave. So it's just, I don't know, the coming months are going to be, oh, I don't want to, I'll put that up here. It's going to be rough. So I'm just trying to get my home life in order. I really want to have all of my autumn decorations done and up and looking beautiful. This is late for me, but since we were traveling over the first week of the month, that's, you know, all we can do really. So, okay, so we got the basics down. Let's start with Monday was Labor Day. So that was our day that we flew home. We had to leave. So the Gorge. So if you have not been to the Gorge for a concert, it is a venue in Washington State in the desert part. So Washington State is divided by the Cascade Mountains, which run north to south. And on the west side of everything, that's Seattle and that like green Pacific Northwest that you're used to hearing about. And then on the other side, on the east side of the mountains, it's desert. So it's really good wine country up there, which you may not know. But it's very, very different climate depending on which side of the mountain that you're on. So the Gorge is like literally in this gorge with these beautiful rocks and then the Columbia River going through. So it is a desert, but it has the Columbia River going through all of it, which is beautiful. So here, I'll just put up like maybe 2 pictures or something so you can see. But it's a great venue. It's beautiful, very scenic, and that's like their, I don't know, they always play over Labor Day weekend. We call it Labor Day weekend, and it's always amazing. So it was, I think, 61 different songs across the 3 nights, and just the good vibes, and like the crowd is excellent. It's all like, okay, the guy next to us did barf on the second night, so we did have a barfer. But it's generally like, I don't know, not those, like the bro-y type of people. It's like the people who are really into the music and not like, if you were a Dave fan in like the early 2000s, you know what I'm talking about. Like that everybody who wasn't a Dave fan would be like, oh, I don't want to go see them. They have lots of bros. And like that contingent of the fan population has kind of petered out. And now it's like all of us dedicated fans who've been going for 20 plus years. I've been seeing Dave Matthews Band live for 22 years. 2000 was my first show. Isn't that crazy? So anyway, the closest airport to fly into is Seattle, which is like from where we were staying this year. We've stayed in 3 different areas. We've gone 3 times. And it was about 2 hours and 40 minutes. So we had to leave very early to get to the airport. But it was a beautiful drive because we had like perfect weather as the sun was coming up, and it was really nice. It really wasn't as bad as we were all dreading. So we had to leave at 6 a.m., which kind of sucked because we didn't get home from the concert until midnight, but it was fine. It was not as bad. I was like very anxious about it the night before. I was like, oh man, this is gonna suck. This is all I got was 3 pages of this. Well, we're gonna have to do a lot of off the grid stuff here. It makes me almost feel like I got like a mini kit and I didn't get the full thing, but this must be the full thing. Maybe her kits are just smaller. Let me see these other ones. Yeah, they're all 4 pages. I don't plan very well for that. Like I just go full kit and order it, and I don't look at what full kit entails. So this is all we have to work with. We'll put this in here because this was a big thing. So we flew home. Flight was nice and easy, both directions. It was a nonstop, Pittsburgh to Seattle and back. I read a book on the plane called This Might Hurt. If you like thrillers and you like family dynamics and you like cult-like stuff, highly recommend it. I really liked it. I'm waiting for husband to read it now because I want to discuss the ending and I have like questions and need help thinking about it, so he's reading it now. But I read like half of it on the flight out, half of it on the flight home. And you know what else I did? I bought Vogue thinking I'd have time to read it, and then I didn't. And so now I have the fall fashion issue of Vogue. So we got to plan fall fashion mag night because it's coming. Every year I get In Style, Vogue, Harper's Bazaar, and I think there's one other one. I think there's 4 that I get. I can't remember what the 4th one is right now. I get their fall fashion issues, and then I get like a nice bottle of wine, and I always listen to Kate Bush and Tori Amos and Florence and the Machine. I don't know why, but that's what I listen to. I should be listening to like 90s house music because that's what you would walk down the runway to in the 90s. But I just read fashion mags and have wine, and it's nice. Maybe I will do that tomorrow night. No, let's do Sunday night. Sunday night's gonna be fashion mag night. Yeah, how about that? I'll have all my Halloween decorations out. Oh, all right, you heard it first. Fashion mag night, Sunday night. Okay, focus, Fox. So we flew home, and then we came home, we did laundry. Because our Airbnb was supposed to have laundry, and the washer was broken. Womp womp. Does anybody else like that? You always book a hotel or an Airbnb for your like end of your trip that has laundry, so you can do it like the night before, so you come home and don't have laundry. Yeah, that's me. We picked up our Layla Grace. She was staying with my mom because we had to fly, so that was nice. Got to see her. My mom made us some lasagna, so we had lunches the next day. And then I did a Leslie Sansone for my fitness. I am doing a challenge through if you like Dave Matthews Band and you like working out, there's a Facebook group called DMB Fit Crew. Highly recommend that. Great group of people, very motivating, and they do these cool challenges. So they start challenges in the summer, and it's called Go for the Gorge, and it's like all like, you know, you're going to be your workout plans for the summer before you go to the gorge. And now they're doing Dave met a fan who is a cancer patient. She's 14. Her name's Alexis. And he met her and spent some time with her. And then, like, he said, like, what can I do to help you? And she requested Granny, and he played Granny as the opener for her, like this whole nice thing. So the DMB Fit Crew people partnered with her to do a fundraiser, which is called 41 Every Day. So number 41 is a Dave song, and Every Day is a Dave song. Every Day is one of my favorite. It's an underrated, amazing song, which they did play this weekend. So your goal for the month of September is to do 41 minutes of fitness every day for the month of September. And then the proceeds are going to a charity that she selected. So I'm participating in that. So that was when we got off the plane. I was like, I just want to sit quietly and eat pizza. And I was like, no, I have to do my 41 every day. So I did a Leslie Sansone tape. We were going to go for a walk, and it ended up thunderstorming. So I just did a tape, and then we went for our walk on Tuesday. Boy, are Z's hard to make look nice with lettering. Pizza! Yay! Okay. I guess smiley face. Okay, so that was my Monday. Tuesday, I was back to work. I don't really have sticker. Oh, I can use one of these for work. That's the only day that I worked this week, because the nice thing is when you work 7 on 7 off, if you take vacation days, during your work week, which is when you would take them, obviously, then you often have like a short week, and then short work time when you come back. So I'll work like Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Monday, Tuesday, and then you have but we were closed on Monday for the holiday, so then you will go on your off rotation. So it's like nice to have that decompression time. I'm already starting to think about my vacation for next year because they announced Go Wild, and it is my work week. And so I would have to use basically a whole week's worth of vacation to do it. So I'm debating if I want to do it or not. I don't know. I have a week to decide. It's in DC, so it's super close to my house, and my friend Rachel lives right by there, and she's like, you better be coming this year. And I'm like, oh. My friend Diana, I'm waiting to hear if she's gonna go. I feel like if she goes and they're both gonna be there, then like I'm gonna have to go. I can't go let them go without me. So we'll see. But it's really like just the vacation time situation. Like, don't love it. Okay, so at work, the most exciting thing about work is that we have a records pickup today. I didn't even ask how it went. Basically, our store is very small, and you can store some of your older files, prep records, off-site at like a secure thingy thing. And they can only do it like every other year, and this was the year, and I was like, whoa, I'm so excited, we're gonna have so much room in our closet. You know, it's the little things that keep you going every day. And then I had to finish my CEs because it was license renewal time, and I did finish them. So that gets like 3 smiley faces because that was a long slog this year. We went for a walk for our fitness, so I'll put that in here. So it was nice to only have to work one day and then be off. I thought I had to work. My partner was on vacation, and I thought I had to cover her on Wednesday, and then they found somebody to work, and I was like, yes! And so I had to be super productive yesterday because then I would have felt guilty. Okay, so we did a walk. I don't know why I did some of that in cursive and some of that not, but here you have it. And then, oh, that's right, we went to the Cage for dinner. And then I had a lot of anxiety. And so we stayed up and watched What We Do in the Shadows for like 2 hours. Does anybody ever get that kind of anxiety? It's that anxiety where like you are tired, but you're afraid to go to sleep because you feel like you're going to have bad dreams or be awake, or it's going to, something bad's going to happen while you're asleep or something. It's like stupid. Like it doesn't have any basis in reality. But I get that kind of anxiety sometimes. And so like that'll be when I'm like, let's just stay up and watch TV all night. But it was a really hilarious episode, so it was good. Does everybody watch What We Do in the Shadows, the TV program? If you're not watching it and you like funny things and spooky things, I highly recommend it. It's really good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need to put something over here for my daily blood pressure. I just thought of that. And none of these have a whole week. Well, you know what? Hold on. Hold that thought. Yeah, this will actually work. This is the kit I just finished using, and I had a bunch. This one had too many things, but it's got some similar crossover colors here, so that'll work, right? This matches enough. Da, 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 da. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I could actually use some of these other things in here. I'm gonna keep this out. Okay. So that's daily BP. I was really bad about checking my blood pressure on the trip, and it was high. I think like going on the plane makes my blood pressure high. I don't know why that is. Because when we did our road trip, it stayed normal the whole time. But in California, and now when we went to Washington, my blood pressure was high while we were on the trip, and then when we came back home, and like after 2 days, went back to being normal again. Like I don't understand. Something scientific that I don't quite grasp. So the trip was really fun. So we went with 3 friends, our friends John and April, who are married. And John and I have been on, we're trying to keep track, I think this was our 12th day of vacation together, maybe, I think. And we've been going and traveling to see Dave since we were in college. Since 2004 was our first day of vacation. But it was our second time going to the Gorge. His wife, April, had not gone previously. It was 9 years ago. I can't remember when they met. Maybe they were dating at that point. I can't remember. Anyway, that was her first time coming out. She doesn't love Dave Matthews, so she just came to the one night of shows, but she like did all the stuff during the day with us. And then my friend Michelle, we went to see Dave in Columbus together. Well, not together, but together kind of. We were in separate places because she wanted pit and I wanted to be seated because I'm old. And we both went to Columbus to see him in November. So she's another super fan, and this was her first time at the Gorge, and I was like so excited to be like, it's your first time, we're gonna have so much fun, and like, I don't know, it was good. And it was like one of those things where you're bringing in friends from different parts of your life, and you're like, I hope we all get along, and everybody got along so well. We had so much fun. The first night we got this Airbnb. It had this amazing patio in the back, and we got just like takeout Thai food, and we had wine, and we just sat outside, and it was just like, I felt so sophisticated and grown up. I don't know why. We listened to music and I was like, this is so wonderful. So we had a great time. We saw Olympic National Park, just a brief preview. I really need to take a whole week and go to Olympic National Park, like for surezies. We saw that. There's a new national park site that has opened in the last 10 years at least near where we were staying in Mattawa, Washington. And it's for the Manhattan Project, so the nuclear bomb. And there's 3 park sites. That's one of them. One is that's where they got the plutonium to make the atomic bomb from World War II. Then there's one in New Mexico. That is where they actually tested the bomb. And then there's one in Tennessee, and I can't remember what happened there. That was not clear. But those 3 sites, and they have a stamp that, like, the one that we got is the top part, and then you get the other 2. It's like pie pieces, like Trivial Pursuit. So you have to go to all 3 parks to complete the full stamp. And I got Michelle obsessed with National Park Passport as well. So that was good. But we went to that because we were like, just the 2 of us went, because everybody else was like, nah, not really super interested. And we were science nerds, and we were like, we have to go. But you can tour the reactor site. And we really wanted to do that, but it's a 4-hour situation, and we just didn't have time for 4 hours. So I'm like, well, gotta come back someday. Next time we go to the gorge. Okay, focus, Fox. What are you doing here? I renewed my license. I am licensed to dispense drugs and stab people for another 2 years. Actually, I don't think they processed my immunization license. So right now I'm only licensed to be a pharmacist and not an immunizer yet. Those get delayed sometimes. Okay. I wrote licensed. I'm tired. Okay. Photo organization. I did a lot of stuff. Should I just I'll put this down. Renew licensed. That looks trashy. Okay. Photo organization. I was working on that. Clean bedroom. Dust, which was horrible. I even took my allergy medicine before I embarked upon that, and it didn't seem to help. Unpack. This is not the order. I unpacked before I dusted. Whatever. And then run 3 miles. And then did I do anything else? We had HelloFresh Sicilian. I'll put that on here. Sicilian pasta with shrimp. And then we watched 2 hours of 90 Day Fiancé. Have y'all seen this show? I had never seen it or known anything about it, but like I was saying, our friends hit it off very well. One of the things was they bonded over the show 90 Day Fiancé because they all watch it, and they were just like telling us. So I was like, we have to try it. So we watched 2 episodes. I actually kind of liked it. I think I thought it was going to be like, I was going to be like angry or weird about it. The premise is, well, this season, the first season, I don't know if they do switch genders or anything. As far as I know, I don't think they have any LGBTQ couples. At least they don't in the first season so far. I only watched 2 episodes, so maybe that could change. But I was doing some spoiler reading to see like are couples still together, and maybe that's different because of laws in different countries. I don't know. Anyway, this one is all the men live in America and the women live in another country, and they apply for a fiancé visa, which means you have 90 days to get married, or if at the end of 90 days you don't get married, then the person who lives outside of the country has to go back to their country. And I was like, this sounds so stupid, but they all kind of like met in organic ways, which I like. Like the one couple met on like a foreign language site where like you want to learn a language and that person from that country wants to learn your language, so they like pair you up with someone. So he's from Cleveland and he met this woman from Russia. He was trying to learn Russian and she was trying to learn English, and so they like met on that, and then they ended up having a friendship and then becoming a couple. The other one, like there's apparently a lot of people meet on mission trips. There's a lot of Mormons. There was a Mormon couple on here. But they all kind of like met in a real way and then just like continued a relation. They'd all had relationships online for like over a year. So I'm like, okay, it's not like they're just hooking people. I hate a reality show that is like, you two just met and you have to get married, because to me that's like just weird. It just feels wrong. Don't marry somebody that you don't know them. Not that you know them super well at the end of 90 days, but they have all been like talking online and having online relationships and have visited each other for like a week or so. So I'm like, okay, I can get behind this. But I'm like super invested now, and husband's like, why are we watching this garbage TV? And I was like, I don't know, because our friends kept talking about it and I had to know. And now I do. Walked dogs today. What else did I do today? I have to meal plan. I wrote that on here. Stress. I wrote stress. You ever have one of those weeks where everybody needs a lot out of you and you didn't really have that much to offer to begin with, and everybody's expecting you to give all of that you have, and you're like, I need to keep a little bit of it for myself, and everybody's like, no you don't? That's kind of what today and yesterday were like emotionally for me. Just I felt like, I don't know. I just felt like I felt out of mana. Anybody who does gaming and you get out of, like, you're the healer and like you're trying to heal everybody, but you run out of mana and so you can't heal them anymore because you don't have any of the supply that you need to provide the thing that they need. That's kind of how emotionally my emotions have been. Okay, did that. Also had speed work today. I had hill repeats. Finally got that done. I'm filming my plan with me right now as we speak. Then we're gonna go make dinner. I'm gonna actually close this up in just a minute here. So film plan with me. And I worked on some pictures today. I did some organizing stuff. I didn't really do as much today as I did yesterday for sure, and as I wanted to do, absolutely. But as I said, it was an out of mana kind of day, and so when those happen, you have to kind of just roll with it. So, okay, so here's the week so far, and tomorrow morning we are meeting briefly. If you are in the running community or you have friends who are in the running community, particularly if you have women in the running community that you're friends with, you probably have heard about Eliza Fletcher. She was a school teacher in Memphis, who is also a marathoner, and she went out for her usual run. She would run before school at 4:30 in the morning. She went out for her usual run last week and she was abducted and murdered, which is horrible, and it is something that any of us who are female runners or let's say non-cis white male runners, think about every time we run. Every time. There's some point during your run every time that you go, whoa, what was that? And you have that moment. Like, and it happens, and it doesn't matter the time of day or where you are or what you're wearing. It just, you hear about it all the time. Not all the time, thankfully. You hear about these incidents happening, and there is always that fear. I mean, and sometimes it's little things, like, you know, how many times are you out on a run and somebody honks at you or shouts, "Run, Forrest, run," or something stupid out the window? I run in a sports bra a lot because it's fucking hot and humid in the summer, and I do a lot of heat training work in the summer because heat training in the summer makes you faster for a fall marathon. And I like running in the heat, but I run in a sports bra a lot, and I get comments, and I get old men shaking their heads at me, and you get those small things. And those small things happen all the time, and then you read about these horrible big things happening, and it's really scary because it could happen to anybody. So it's horrible. It's really, really sad. And then what's even worse is then you see this victim blaming going on the internet constantly, where right now, why was she out at 4:30 in the morning by herself? Why was she wearing a sports bra while she was running? Why was she, you know, like, I don't know, because she's a human doing a thing that she loves, and like, we should all be able to do those things. Like, this has nothing to do with her behavior and what she did. and everything to do with, wow, this really fucked up human did this terrible thing to her. So in any case, tomorrow there are a lot of organizations that are they're calling it Finish Eliza's Run. So my local Trail Sisters chapter that I'm a member of, there's 3 different runs going on in Pittsburgh tomorrow. That's closest to my house, is the Trail Sisters one. And so a couple of my girlfriends and I are going to that. So it's at 4:20 tomorrow morning. I should put that in here. Was I going to use I'm going to use a sticker for that. With this little rose. This is nice. So we're meeting tomorrow. This run starts at 4:20. So we're meeting at the park near here. But there are a number of tribute runs going on tomorrow in her honor. So I'm not a big running in the morning by myself kind of person. It's just not. I've done it before and I don't always feel the best, but I am a huge running at night by myself person. I run at night a lot alone. You guys see me posting. I mean, I always have my phone with me, but there are many times that I have been running by myself at night. I always wear a headlamp. I always wear protective gear. I always have my phone with me. But there have been times where I have been out by myself and something weird has happened and I've been like, I'm going to just call my mom and I'm going to take an extended walk break until I get to a more populated area. It's something we all think about. It's on all of our minds anytime we run solo. And even when we run in like a group, if we're running just like 2 of us, just, you and your running partner, or you and a couple friends, like you still think about that stuff because it happens and it's real. And I don't know, it just makes you angry and I don't know. So I'm glad we're going to be able to do this tribute run tomorrow. So that is first thing in the morning tomorrow morning, and then I have some other stuff going on. I have to take my car to be inspected. I have a doctor's appointment for a blood pressure check. So more stuff to do. But anyway, this is the basics of my week. I have my long run. I have 13 miles on Saturday. Since we're running tomorrow, my 4 runs will be yesterday, today, tomorrow, and Saturday, so I don't have to run on Sunday. I'm probably just going to do Peloton and lift. And I think we're going to try to do Fashion Mag night on Sunday night. So this is the week. Thank you all so much for watching, and please subscribe if you're new here. I do publish a plan with me, and I publish a vlog most weeks. And as always, please take care of yourselves and take care of each other. Check in with your friends who are runners, who run solo, and just check in on them. Trust me this week, okay? Take care of yourselves, everybody, and I will see you in my next video.